When I returned home after 2 weeks away, I expected my best friend to greet me with the same warmth we always shared. Instead, she seemed distant, her eyes avoiding mine like she was carrying a secret too heavy to hold. I tried to ignore the feeling at first, telling myself it was just my imagination after a long trip. But the silence between us felt unfamiliar, almost painful. Over the next few days, she grew even quieter. Her smiles looked forced, and she stood a little farther from me than usual. I watched her hand shake when she picked up her phone, as if she was terrified. I might catch a glimpse of something I wasn't supposed to see. That's when suspicion slowly crept in, making my stomach twist. One evening, I finally asked her what was wrong. She took a deep breath, sat down, and stared at the floor. "You weren't here," she whispered. And I didn't stop myself. The words hit me like a punch. For a moment, I couldn't speak. I had trusted her more than anyone, and she had broken that trust so carelessly. She explained everything, the messages, the moments, the choices she never should have made. She told me she felt lonely, weak, and that she didn't think about the consequences. But all I heard was the sentence she kept repeating. I didn't stop myself. It played in my mind like a broken record, each repeat cutting deeper than the last. I tried to understand, but the betrayal was too sharp. This wasn't a stranger or a partner. It was my best friend, the person I had defended, protected, and shared everything with. Losing her trust felt like losing a part of myself. The room around us felt small, suffocating, like the walls were closing in. She begged for forgiveness, tears streaming down her face. She said she never meant to hurt me, that she wished she could go back and undo everything. But I couldn't even look her in the eyes. Every time she reached for my hand, I pulled away. I couldn't bear the thought of comfort coming from the person who hurt me. I spent the next few nights replaying everything in my mind. The promises we made, the secrets we shared, the bond we had built over years. How could it all fall apart so fast? I questioned whether I had trusted too much, cared too deeply, or expected too highly. But in the end, betrayal has no excuse. It just leaves scars. When I finally decided to talk to her again, it wasn't to fix things. It was to say goodbye. She listened silently as I told her I couldn't keep someone in my life who chose to betray me the moment I walked away. Her face crumbled, but this time, I felt nothing. My heart had already learned to shut itself off. Walking away from her was one of the hardest things I ever did. I didn't just lose a friend. I lost the person I thought she was. The silence that followed wasn't peaceful. It was heavy with memories and questions that would never have answers. Days turned into weeks, and eventually, I stopped checking my phone for her messages. I stopped replaying the moment she confessed. The pain didn't disappear, but it softened, like a bruise fading over time. I learned to carry the hurt without letting it define me. Now, when I think of her, I feel a quiet sadness, not for what happened, but for the friendship I believed would last forever. She taught me a painful lesson. Sometimes the people we trust the most are the ones who break us the hardest. And sometimes walking away is the only way to heal.